gossip and guidance with Tito me. Guess who I had convinced to be on this podcast with me today? Today we have Carlos, aka Carlitos, my brother. I was like, okay, what are we gonna talk about? And I remember you guys said you guys wanted to get to know me on like my childhood, my upbringing, and I feel like my brother has a lot to do with that. So he was gonna come and visit. I said, perfect. So it took a little bit of convincing, but here we are. Welcome, Carlitos. Welcome to my podcast.
Hello.
FYI, he's just a little shy, okay? So we're just gonna talk about our upbringing. So for those who don't know me, he is my only sibling. So it's just me and him. We come from a very traditional, I don't know, Mexican home until I was 18. My parents got a divorce. You were what, like?
Well, 3 years apart, so we're like, what, 15, 14?
14, 15, I think you were 14, about to be 15. Yeah, so, yeah, when I turned 18, my parents decided to get divorced. And I remember around that time, I had just graduated high school. I'm from a little town named Lemoore. So I was moving to Fresno to like go to college, and it was like my first time out being alone, a little scary, away from home, you know. And then my parents went through a divorce, or like for a while, I felt like it was my fault. I felt like maybe if I wouldn't have left home, my parents would still try to work it out. How did you take our parents' divorce?
I didn't really find part of the separation hard. Like the divorce, I mean, that I seen that, you know, I mean, growing up, I had friends too, you know, they went through that too. What I found it hard was seeing them with different partners. That's maybe when it started kicking in, you know, like.
So like them not being together didn't affect you as much as seeing them with somebody?
Yeah, like them being separated is like whatever, you know, if it happens, it happens. I mean, no one really stays together forever. But if they do, you know, awesome.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them, you know. But what really hit me, you know, is just seeing like another woman in the passenger seat with my dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, like
I feel like out of me and you're the one that
seen it more.
Yeah. And I feel like my experience through this whole divorce is very different from your experience for sure. Like
yeah, definitely.
Because me, like he said, like he was around when my mom first brought her first boyfriend. He was around when my dad brought his first girlfriend, you know. Mind you, I hadn't seen my dad with a woman until really barely last year when I went to Mexico to see him after not seeing him for 10 years. So I didn't get to experience, obviously with my mom, yes, but not with my dad. And the reason was because my dad left to Mexico, you know. How long did he stay after mom, they like split?
I could be wrong, but probably like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, yeah, my dad didn't stay here.
He didn't leave right away, but he didn't stay for long. Either.
He didn't stay for long. He left to Mexico, and so I feel like part of the reason why he left to Mexico was because, in a way, he felt like just because my mom and him weren't together anymore, I guess he felt like he had nothing here. I guess, I don't know. Yeah. At the time, I took it as like, damn, we're nothing. Like, we're not enough for you to stay. So, yeah, when my dad first left, I was really hurt. I mean, I'm still hurt in a way, but I've had to learn to, like, forgive him for my own sanity, you know? Because I feel like it's gonna haunt me forever. Like, I don't want to have that, like, anger towards him. I kind of I want to be happy, you know?
Okay.
I don't want to always just be like, oh,
have a grudge
against him. And it's like, you know what, I'm not gonna let him like define the rest of my life, how it's gonna make me feel. It makes me sad to this day, but like I don't have that anger. But I think I will always be sad, of course, you know, because I think I envision my life, moving out, like going to visit your parents, seeing your parents grow old together. And I feel like I'm not ever gonna have that. And especially that he lives in Mexico. I mean, I barely saw him for the first time in 10 years. So how did you feel? Like the divorce didn't make you feel like that? Like you weren't gonna see like your parents grow old together?
No.
You never thought about that?
No. Really.
Like, oh, I'm gonna have kids, and when I go over visit my parents' house, I'm gonna.
No.
My tía Latin, like, see, like, they're blessed that they're still together, their kids go over, they have all their grandkids. Like, I think that's beautiful, and like, I feel like, oh shit, like, I'm never really gonna have that with my dad at least.
No, like, I find that cool. Yeah, you know, it's cool if people could, you know, stay together for a while, but if you know, if it doesn't work out later on, and it just doesn't work out later on, you know, no one doesn't know. You know, things does change, but as long as, you know, if he would have just stayed and, you know, still worked with my mom, you know, they could at least been friends or something, or just work.
Oh, like co-parent.
You know, co-parent, you know,
co-parent.
like him, you know, just be around, still trying, you know, and then if he wanted to leave, probably when we were 18 or so, you know.
Yeah,
or at least
we're
me, you know, a
bigger.
little older, you know, you would have been like the age like 21, 22, me 18, 19, I'm cool.
Yeah.
But, you know, he just left right, like, you could say right away, you know, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, things happen though.
Yeah, like things happened fast. Like I moved to Fresno. Next thing you know, they were split up. They moved. Like, so my brother obviously was 14 at this time. He was barely gonna be a freshman. You were barely gonna start high school.
Yeah.
And my parents decided to move out. So my dad was living on his own. My mom was living on her own with Carlos. I lived in Fresno, but like a few times my dad, you know, will pick you up, or I would go over there. We would go out to eat, huh? He would take us out to eat. And then I remember I was kind of sad, like he was leaving, you know, and I had told him like, well, why do you have to leave? Can you just stay, please, until like at least Carlos is 18 or until he graduates? And like the response was kind of like, oh, like, why am I gonna stay here for? Like I have like nothing. And I just felt like he felt like because his relationship with my mom failed or ended, I don't know if it that ended, like his kids ended for him too, you know? But then also he had his mother pressuring him to leave, that his dad was sick and all that. So to go they have a store, like his parents had a store in Mexico. And so saying that she was getting older, that she needed help. Mind you, having so many other kids in Mexico, but let's not talk about that. But that's for another story. But he ended up leaving, and I feel like that's one of the things that hurt me the most is because I pretty much begged him to stay, you know? So I held that against him for a very long time.
I don't think I really asked him to stay or anything. I just let the
Well, you all know you were younger too.
Yeah, I was just letting the fucking water run, you know? Yeah, I was just rolling with the flow. Like, whatever. But
do you think our parents' divorce affected you in any way? Like, I know I asked you how you felt at the moment, but do you think our parents' divorce affected you in any way? Like, you feel like if they didn't get divorced, you would have been doing something different right now?
No, maybe things would have been different, but I think it affected me in a way. Like, emotionally, or, you know, anything affected me in a way, but if he was still around, yeah, I'm pretty sure my way would have turned differently.
Yeah.
Way differently. Like, to be honest, I don't think I would have been a dad right now, to be honest, if he was here. So.
Why? Why do you think that? Why? Like, well, I mean, you're 25. By the way, he's 25. I don't even think I introduced... Anyways, he's 25. We're 3 years apart. I'm 28. But why? Like, what do you mean? Like...
Oh, most definitely, I would have been with Morgan, because obviously... Well, when my dad left, Morgan, my girl, was having some problems, so she came in living with me, and my mom was cool enough to take her in, you know, like, she was going through some shit, like, bad, you know, she has her own story too, you know, like, everybody goes through shit. She was going through some shit, and she got kicked out, didn't have nowhere to go, and me being her boyfriend, and me and my mom just living in the apartment with Crystal, and Crystal not being home all the time, and I asked my mom, you know, is it cool, and she was fine with it. And I don't think my dad would have been cool with it. And if that would have happened, she would have just left to LA with her uncle. And right there, that would have been a long relationship, you know, to LA or more. That means I wouldn't be with her right now.
True. Yeah, maybe, yeah. And that way your life would have been different.
Different, yeah, exactly. So maybe I would have been a dad with a different girl. Maybe not. Maybe it would have just been like something else, you know, like who knows.
True.
So I'm not saying it affected me like emotionally, like oh it hurt me like it did to you, because I saw it hurt you bad, like emotionally. Me, like for me, it's like whatever is normal. It would have affected me a different way.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I start crying about that. Excuse me. Yeah, I see. Well, same. I feel like my life would definitely be different. Like, obviously, well, just really quick, like.
For you, it would have been harder to come out if that wasn't.
Yeah. Yes. That part. For me, it would have been harder for me to come out. For sure, if he was here. I feel like my coming out story, it's not bad at all because
Dad wasn't around.
But yeah, because Dad wasn't around, and
my
mom
mom's more accepting, like
more open-minded.
More open-minded, like she's more like.
She's cool.
Yeah.
Mom's cool.
She cares more a little bit.
Yeah, she cares more for sure.
I'm not saying she's the nicest person, but you know.
Yeah. Everybody has their flaws. But
yeah.
She has a heart.
She has a
And
her heart is there.
She's very emotional. Mom's emotional. That's where I get it from.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Dude. I feel like I get it from her so bad, dude, and I hate that shit.
Oh my god. But yeah, we're emotional people. He's a Scorpio. Hey, I'm a Leo. I don't know. That's something more sharing that. I don't know that it affects your personality in some ways. Really, you know, that's really true. But well, for me, yeah, I definitely like Sarah sometimes says like, "Oh, her coming out story, it's a lot harder than mine, right?" And that's because I just did it. Like, if you don't know my coming out story, I just kind of did it. I just told my mom, oh, I have a girlfriend. She wouldn't believe me. I brought her around, and I was like, shit, like she believed us. You know, she believed me.
Yeah.
And then at the time, obviously, my brother was younger, so she had just said like, if that's what makes you happy, like whatever makes you happy, pretty much. And said, just don't.
Well, it's because I told her too. You know, I would tell her things. I'm like, what does it matter? Because yeah, it didn't bother her at first. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, yeah, I know that
for sure. You know, like who?
For sure. But what I'm saying is she didn't make it hard on me.
No, definitely, yeah.
Like
she was for sure confused. I'll tell you that, because obviously, like, how was she gonna react? But I mean, she took it, and you know, like she accepted it. She started like realizing, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, kind of like getting used to the idea.
Yeah, I mean.
So she just told me that and just said, do not be hugging and kissing, like be all over each other in front of my brother. That's like one thing she would tell me, like not to do that in front of you. And it was like, yeah, of course, you know, like. But yeah, my mom pretty much was cool. My family too. Like, I'm sure her and her sister talked about it in private and didn't tell me to my face. But also my aunt was like, didn't tell me much. Or my cousins or anybody. I had an easy coming out experience. And for that, I am blessed. I'm not gonna complain because I have heard other people, and I am so sorry for those who don't have a good coming out story. But just remember, you can build your own family, and if people don't love you for who you are, you don't have to stay in that family. I know it's easier said than done, but you have to think about your happiness. At the end of the day, you're your own person, and it's your own life. Let's get back into. Let's not get emotional here. How did you feel that I was gay?
No, I don't know. I feel like I'm just I'm a type of guy that just like it's whatever. Like if it happens, it happens. You know, as long as there's no drama, nothing. Like I'm chill. You know, like what can I do? If you're gay, you're gay. Whatever. What the fuck am I gonna do?
What do you have?
I hate you for liking a female instead of a male, just because you know, like it's whatever. I don't care.
Would you have, like, do you ever think about or would have preferred that, like, oh shit, well, if you told me was straight, I would have, like, un compadre, I don't know, like, someone to talk to,
no,
like.
Cyrus cool, she's my comadre, it's the same shit, you know, like.
Like, there's no difference.
Yeah, it's no difference. I mean, it's really no difference. It is what it is, you know, like, I don't know.
No, well, thank you, because I feel like other people have siblings that didn't take it well, or some of them might not even talk to their siblings because of that, you know. So I mean, not every sibling thinks the same, or it's
just everybody's mentality is just different.
Yeah, Well, thank you though for being cool with it and accepting me for who I am. Back to like divorce, we're talking about how Carlitos was the one that went through everything with my parents. Like he was mostly there because I wasn't living at home anymore, so he got to experience like mom bringing her first boyfriend home.
Oh, it was first dad. I was friends with dad first, and then it was mom.
Oh, your dad?
Yeah, dad wouldn't wait no fucking minute, dude.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I thought Dad's was eventually. I didn't know.
No.
Well, you didn't know it was? Yeah, that's right.
Dad.
Because he wasn't here for that long.
No, it was definitely Dad. Dad was first. I was at Yukari's house, and I told him to go pick me up because Mom wasn't there. And he said, okay, he went to go pick me up. And then he told me at the last minute, he's like, oh, I have my girlfriend here with me. I'm like...
Oh, once he was already
yeah, and I remember telling Yukari too, I'm like, I don't want to go no more. It's going to be awkward, like, that's just weird. But I had to go. I know my dad was going to be like, oh, you make me come over here for nothing. So I'm like, fine, I'm fucked. I have to go. So I went, whatever, and... I mean, I was in the back seat. I can't remember visually, I closed my eyes, I could see it, but... I was in the back seat, at first it was whatever. It was, like, normal.
Awkward.
Yeah, awkward at first. I was just trying to mind my own business back then, no phone. So I had the window to look out, fucking count the trees or see how much trees I could fucking count because they were moving fast. I don't know, But then I saw them holding hands and shit, and then I'm like, like, what the fuck? That was Mom right there at the time, that dang Mom. And obviously I started crying in the back, I tried to hide it and not make my dad show it, but yeah, that was the first thing.
Like, you were trying not to show it to Dad? Like,
yeah, like, whatever. But, and then, that was the only time I actually seen Dad with another girl. Yeah, I fucking hurt bad, big time. And then Mom, of course, Mom was bringing guys around. Well, I can't say like guys. I can't make her sound like she was bringing fucking hell like man around. I made her sound like she was a fucking no. But when she started dating, like, she started bringing, like, she brought her, her first boyfriend after a while, and he was a weirdo and shit, like.
For real. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
We don't need to, like,
we don't need to be
judge,
but we're fucking judging.
We don't, I don't like to do that, but no. Like.
No, like, it can't, like, dude, it was just fucking weird, like, at first, he started staying over, okay, whatever, I don't care, obviously, she let Morgan stay with me at a point, obviously, I don't think Morgan lived with me at that time yet, but she would let me go sleep over her house, and I would sleep over, she would come over, sleep over, so I'm like, whatever, I was, whatever,
yeah,
but it was still,
hella easy, dude.
But I know, but.
And man, if that was me, I could never. I would whoop my ass.
For real.
That's another story. Talk about between female and male, but continue your story. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. And then it started fucking hurting when I'll come home and he'll be wearing my fucking t-shirts. And like, oh, I'm sorry. I have clothes. My clothes are dirty. My mom was cool with it and that was funny. I just laugh with it because I want to make a big scene and make it all dramatic. I was like, what the fuck? Wearing my fucking clothes? All fucking tight and shit. 14, 15-year-old guy, kid's shirt, and that guy was all fucking grown-ass man.
That's weird.
Creepy fool, but, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, he was a little odd. Because I remember, too, like, the first time he ever, like, met me, I think it was my birthday. I think it was my 19th birthday. And I was having, like, a little party at my cousin's where I was living at the time here in Fresno. And like she wanted to come and she brought him. I don't know why. She thought I was ready for that, but she thought I was, I guess. So she brought him.
Oh, you did meet him on,
yeah. Just that one time. And he, like, the first thing that came out of his mouth when he saw me was like, hi, I'm your new dad.
Fuck no.
Dude, my fist went like Arthur. Like I wanted to freaking sock him like.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, and I was about because my mom knows how I am. Like, it's not bad. So, I was gonna say something, and she kind of like held my hand not to in a way, like, because we were going, as he said hi, we decided to go inside, and I was about to like react to his comment, like, excuse me? But my mom kind of like stopped me. And so that's a problem. Look, it's okay if I feel like, I don't know, your parents in a relationship, they want to bring someone around, cool. But like, don't come at the kids that hard yet. Like, you don't know like what they're going through. And I feel like divorce does affect some kids more than others. Some might be like nothing. Like for example, to my brother, it didn't hurt him as much as it hurt me. So you kind of don't have that in mind. So if you're listening and you're like somebody's stepdaddy or somebody stepmom, like when you first meet the kid, like, I mean, I'm sure I don't have to tell this to a lot of people, but if you need to hear it is. Like, just also like try to put some like feelings into that kid, you know. Their home is no longer a home. It's considered a broken home. So yeah, so we come from that. So it's kind of like weird, but yeah, it was mom. That was her first boyfriend. Not a very good choice, or the second one.
Yeah. Finally got rid of him, and then obviously her second boyfriend. Right away off the top, that I remember the first time he brought her over. She was still working, and he came to the house, to the apartment.
Ooh, him the first one?
Him, the second one, yeah.
The second one.
Yeah, it wasn't the first one.
Oh, the first time she brought him. I was lost. The first time she brought the second.
Yeah, the second one.
The second one, though?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, she was still working. I don't think it was the first day she brought. Obviously, she introduced me, but like after it was comfortable for him to come around, I could say. Out there drinking and smoking a cigarette, and I even called my mom because that seemed weird, because he's all dozed out, like he seemed like he wasn't like going through some shit, like. I even told my mom, like, hey, I think your boyfriend's broken or something, like, he's already drinking while and he looks kind of weird.
That was your first time meeting him like that?
No, not the first time. Like when he got comfortable coming around, and it's like, oh, it's fine to drink one beer after work. I'm like, okay, whatever, whatever, it's fine. Obviously, things started changing once we moved to Tulare, because that's when we moved to Tulare with him, because supposedly he found a good place, et cetera, he knew people, so whatever. That's when we moved to Tulare because of him, and then that's when everything started. It took a while, I'm not gonna lie, it did take a while. The problem with this one was alcoholic and drug addict, definitely. Which she didn't believe me, which I'm telling, like, fuck, man. It was hard because she wouldn't believe it, and I was telling her, but she's the type of person, especially coming probably, I'm pretty sure no parent wants to believe her son, like, oh, your boyfriend's doing a drug, yeah, right, you just want me to leave him. Maybe that was in her head,
Yeah.
So she had to see it to believe it. And I remember one time he was having a little party in the back, and my mom went out there to clean the next day, and on the table she found a white dust and line. He left a little bit of drugs on the table, and that's when she started like, noticing, and still didn't really believe it. Oh, it's probably just her friends, not him, just his friends. He was just drinking. It had to escalate to something bad for her to open her eyes, which kind of hurt.
Yeah.
Like, why did I have to go there? But I mean, it is what it is.
Like, why didn't she listen to
Yeah, and it kind of hurt too, because as a kid, like I feel like people remember certain things and other people forget. And like for me as a kid, I remember one time I told her we're watching a movie. And it was and I don't really can't remember what movie, but it was a part where this kid was trying to tell her mom something, and her mom wasn't believing him. Like, come on, like believe me, mom. Like, bang, it's fine. Like, she wasn't believing that. I remember telling my mom, will you ever believe me in a situation like that? And she goes, oh yeah, definitely, of course. So I never forgot that. And obviously, I was a mama's boy. I mean,
yeah.
So for me, I really took that to heart. And even as getting older and older, so me trying to warn her about her second boyfriend, it was like hurting me more. That's like fuck. I remember too before we moved to Tulare, that's when I used to sleep over a lot at Maureen's house. Maureen didn't even live with me at the time either. I used to sleep over a lot at Warren's house. A lot. Spent most of my time over there.
See, so then our parents' divorces affect you in that way. Like if they wouldn't have
But that's what I'm saying.
Your childhood would have been a little different. I mean, from 14 to 18, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I told you. They affected me like emotionally, like you affected me like in a different way. Like,
oh yeah,
you know, like yeah, it affected me, but not as affected you because you.
But I feel like too, like
affected you knowing that my mom and dad wasn't gonna be together and they were separating. My dad was leaving to Mexico. That's what affected you, and you were gonna see him.
But
it affected me seeing them with different people, me experiencing.
Yeah, because you lived with mom. Yeah.
Me experiencing getting daddies. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I feel like that's one thing too that I guess never really said aloud. I feel like that's another thing that I regret moving out too so early on. I feel like I wasn't there for you. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you were going through like a hard time by yourself.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
And I wasn't there.
Morgan could tell you. Obviously, I'll be kind to her. You know, like it'll hurt. Most definitely.
Do you feel some type of way that I wasn't there?
No, I don't know if that hurts you saying it, but
no, it doesn't hurt me. Actually, it makes me feel a little better. But I actually want to know like how you feel.
No, not really, because I mean we weren't really close as kids either.
Yeah.
So like when I felt that type of state of mind, like oh I need to talk to someone, I'm like oh I need to talk to my sister because you know I know she will always be. Now we're getting close, yeah. But back then, at the time, we weren't that close.
Well, so. I think we got close as we both got older. Not hella old, like we were close way before you were 21. I feel like we were yeah, way before that. But I feel like the first maybe 2 years, 3 years, because
I'm not saying either that we weren't close either when I was like in my 13, 12. I mean, you took me sometimes, but.
Yeah, yeah. Took you out with me, yeah.
To see new places. And but I mean, you know what I mean. You know, we had our moments, and I don't think we were that close to be where you'd be telling me stuff, and I'll be open and telling you stuff. You know, like what's going on in my head. We'll help each other. You know, like I help y'all sneak out. Remember, like
we just had each other's back, but we weren't emotionally open.
Exactly.
There you go. Like we had each other's back. We were there for each other, but we weren't emotionally open with each other. Yeah, because I feel like also I wouldn't open up about my emotions how I felt until I was drunk. Like I would start crying or something, you know. Yeah, so not to like bash my mom, you know, I feel like my dad was like her only boyfriend ever, her entire life, everything. And I felt like she didn't, dating at an older age too, I feel like it's harder, you know?
Yeah, it's most definitely harder.
Even though like I feel like she should have known better, like, that's what we said, like we love her, she's very open, she's there for us, but she has made mistakes. You know, no one's perfect, so. Do you forgive mom for the little things that she hurt you, or you feel like you can't because you haven't talked to her about it? Because mom doesn't know how you feel because you...
I don't know. I really never felt like the urge to talk to her about it, because I felt it feels awkward for some reason for me. Like, that's why I just like being shut in my own little book and just like whatever, let it play. I'm pretty sure she knows. Yeah. She knows, but it would be better if she heard it. You know,
I feel that too, because I feel like it would help you in a way too. I feel like regardless if you're not letting it get to you, in some ways it still does because you haven't like released it.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a way we all have.
But I don't see mom and.
I know that. I know you love mom.
Yeah.
I know that. But I'm saying it's still something that bothers you. You know, like it's always gonna be in the back of your mind.
Maybe probably like get to an emotional state. Probably like that would be one of the first things that come up.
Yeah, but yeah, for sure that's one thing I did. Like I used to think about. Now I kind of like feel like again I feel like I have to let it go in order to be happy. If not, I'm always gonna be sad. But I feel like that's one of the things that would bother me a lot. Like, oh dang, like I wasn't there for my brother. He went through all those emotions by himself. You know, luckily I didn't have to like go through it. You know, in a way, good for me because it already affected me. I probably would have been a little more. What's up in the head? But you know, like the fact that you went through it alone. So for that, I'm sorry if I wasn't there.
No, it's all good.
So then there was a third one, but that one stayed. That one is not an alcoholic like that, or a drug addict that we know of. No, he isn't. He takes care of mom for sure. He does. My mom has traveled, okay?
Way more than even that.
Way more than my dad ever took her for sure. He has helped us out a lot for sure.
For sure. Definitely appreciate it.
So, and then, I mean, he does a lot for my nephew, so.
A lot.
He's cool. You know, obviously he's not like, he has his flaws, like we say. Like everybody. Like there's certain things that are like, oh, okay, but.
Most definitely we can't say we got along right away. Yeah. You know.
Well, it's not you again because you lived.
I live with, but I mean, he is a good person. And like I said, I am really, really appreciate what he has done for me, my kid, mom, you. He's been there, you know. I've seen him way more than that, and that, you know, even though that kind of hurts to say, but like I always said, sometimes family doesn't have to be blood, you know. Yeah. Family is family, you know. They could be out there somewhere else, you know. Like you don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I truly do believe that family, it's not blood. Sometimes other people are more family, more loyal than your own blood. So, for sure, blood does not define family. So, like I said earlier, you get to create your own family for sure. And because at the end of the day, you're the one that decides what kind of people you want around you, what kind of people you want in your life. You know, why would you want someone who does not benefit you in any way? For sure. Yeah, now move forward to years later. Obviously, it's been 10 years since we seen Dad.
Well, you've seen him recently.
Well, yeah, I've seen him a year.
I feel like that helped you out more too.
Right, I feel too. I feel like going to Mexico and seeing him after 10 years definitely did help.
I definitely seen it for sure. For Shouzy.
I feel like it healed a little bit. Like it healed
that part.
It healed that part because I feel like, I'm telling you, it was so fast. Like the day my dad left, like I had mentioned earlier, I had just moved to Fresno. Like I was going to Fresno city at the time. I had just gotten my first job. I was a CNA and I had no car. So for those who know, like Kenya, my cousin, like she had a car, so I relied on her dropping me off, or I would try to get classes around the times she had classes in college, so I could ride with her, and or to get to work, since we lived like 5 minutes away from my work. Like she would drop me off, or my uncle would drop me off. So eventually Kenya's dad, he's like a dad to me. Like he has done a lot for me too. My uncle, he had bought me like my first car, and it was like it was a little carcanchita. It was a little like old car, but I didn't care. I had a car that got me to school and then got me to work.
And it got you,
it got me what I needed to be, and that's all that mattered. I mean, at least he did something. My dad couldn't even have got me a little car because they tricked me. First of all, they had asked me if I wanted a quinceañera or if I wanted a car, and I chose the car, and I didn't get either. Didn't dirty.
Alright, let's know you ain't getting shit though.
But eventually, like that car, the motor, like it gave out. Like it literally left me in the middle of the street when I was in Hanford visiting a friend. Like, it left me in the middle of the street. I was there stranded. I was so scared. It was dark. And it was not a very good side. It was on the remate.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, not a very good side. So, it gave up on me. So, I had to get a new car. And I was such in a rush. Like, I didn't even really, like, look into, like, my dream car or anything like that. my dad was leaving to Mexico like the following day. I needed a co-signer. He was like the only one that could have been my co-signer. So he drove to Fresno. We went to a dealership. I literally drove like 2 cars, and I got like the first car that I drove. He co-signed for me, and then I remember his friend had dropped him off. And once I got the car, I drove him all the way back to Hanford, and we said goodbye. And I remember as soon as he closed the door to my car, I just started crying because I knew, like, damn, this is gonna be the last time I see my dad. You know, like.
Well, it's funny because we kind of had the same. You could say the same situation how we seen last with the car.
Oh.
But you got a good working car.
Oh yeah.
I got shit, bro. I got a fucking Lecheria car. Tires, wires be popping on the tires. No AC, no radio.
It didn't even turn on with the key. Like, you couldn't turn on with a screwdriver.
Fucking gas leak. It was a rainy day. And we're like, alright. First time driving too, like pretty long distance.
Oh yeah, because you had just started driving.
Yeah, I barely ever started driving.
You didn't even, like, you weren't even supposed to be driving.
And with the car like that, dude, I'm like,
and he left him. Yeah, he left him at like falling apart car.
A piece of shit.
Put it that way. Car, and yeah, I cannot believe this. But yeah, so as I said earlier, like, I closed the door to my new car.
Oh my god.
Hey, but he didn't put a single penny down, okay? Not one dime. All he did was provide his signature. But yeah, and then I remember crying, and I was like, damn, this is gonna be the last time I see my dad. And yeah, and that was the last time. Until recently, a year ago, I went to Mexico for the first time in 21 years, and then seen him for the first time in 10 years. So I feel like it did help me it healed my inner child, I guess, in a way. Like, not that we talked about like me coming out, because I did not come out to him, even though he knows I am gay. Like, he knows, because he confronted my brother about it instead of me. But I
told him to shoot him.
Yeah, and my brother responded. He kind of pretty much told him, "And what?" in other words. But he has not confronted me. I mean, I don't have no family blocked, so I do have his siblings. I have his family. They see what I post, and I mean, they're more than welcome. They don't pay my bills. They don't provide for me. They're family, and if they want to be in my life, they want to set me for who I am, which likely they do. Like, but my dad just, when I went, we just avoided the big elephant in the room. So I feel like I would have been a lot more healed if I would have came out, but it healed in a way that he got to know a little bit more of like what I was doing, who I am now. Not 18-year-old me, not 17-year-old, you know what I mean? More like, you know, like more about my life, I guess. Not who I am, because truly he knows I'm gay, but like we didn't talk about that.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure obviously it bothers him, but I don't think it really bothers him like some other fucking old school mother, because other people can't even see them in their face.
Yeah,
you know, like,
he was able to now stay with us. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, most of them are never even welcome back in their parents' house. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it did help. It did help a lot. I want to go back again, like not just for my dad, you know, to see my grandparents. I mean, they're getting older. Yeah. Like, I want to go back. It was a different experience, you know, like not what I remember at all. I mean, I came here from Mexico when I was 6 years old. You were like 3, huh? Because we're 3 years apart. Yeah, he was 3, I was 6. So like the Mexico that obviously he doesn't remember anything from Mexico. He was too little. But I do. I did remember quite a few things, but I guess I didn't envision it as how I saw it, and I got there, and it kind of like. It humbled me in a way. Like, I was like, it made me proud of where I come. Yes, it did very much. But it humbled me in a way like I should be extremely grateful, blessed.
What my parents went through, you know, to get us over here.
Yeah, what my parents went through to bring us here so I can have a better life. And for that, I am grateful, because I know they struggled, you know.
I mean, it was obviously, yeah, it was bad, but it wasn't bad like other people.
No, not
that
other
you
people,
come across
yeah, for sure. But they did.
Like,
I mean, it's not easy
it's
to
scary,
pass how they do it.
Yeah, but it was a risk they were taking, and thankfully to them, we're here, like, and we got what we have, and shit is going good.
That's our upbringing. Now more on a like personal side between me and my brother, like we would fight a lot. Growing up, we would fight a lot. Like we'll throw hands.
Definitely.
Dude, he was like so annoying. But kids, when you're younger too and you live together, like your brother gets on your nerves. And let me tell you, my brother was one little annoying kid.
Because she always kept me away though. That's why. I was trying to get her attention. I got it, but not the good side.
And they would fight. Dude, one time I broke the window. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you threw a fucking Hot
Wheel. I threw a big old like platform.
I don't know if it was a shoe or a fucking Hot Wheel car, but you threw something.
No, it was a platform shoe. It wasn't a sandal, but it was a platform, like thick. Yeah, so I
remember something. That shit was fucking hard as fuck.
Dude, I threw it at him.
I ducked.
And he ducked.
Because my Spidey instincts came in.
Yeah, he thought he was Spider-Man. I swear he thought he was Spider-Man. And he ducked, and I broke the window, and I got my butt whooped. But yeah, growing up, we used to throw it down, dude. Too bad, like, I was horrible, honestly. I would I don't understand, because I'm not much of an angry person now, like I used to be.
No, she definitely changed, like, that's why when, most people, like, say, like, oh, you know what I mean, like, oh, well, you don't know her.
Okay, yeah, and I feel like little me had a lot of anger, like.
Yes, something.
Yeah, little me like had a lot. I feel like our dad is a very like more serious, angry kind of type of person. So I feel like growing up, like I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe because he was so strict on you.
Maybe because he was so strict. I was kind of like a rebel. Like I was a little rebel. If my brother got on my nerves or he did something to me, like we would fight, and obviously I was bigger, so I used to beat him. Not anymore. I used to like beat him, like, dude, I can't believe it. Like, if
she once broke my rib.
No, I did not. Stop it. I did not.
She did. It's your story.
Why are you speaking on my name like that?
They gotta know. You can't be fake to your fans. They gotta know.
Lies.
They gotta know you're the fucking Grinch. Both Christmas.
But honestly, if I can go back, I would change a lot of things, like a lot of mistakes. But I wouldn't be like that with everyone. It was just with my brother. Like he was an annoying little kid.
No, she thought I was annoying.
No, Carlitos.
Dude, she thought I was annoying.
Carlitos, you weren't annoying. You were annoying.
Bro, now me as a grown ass motherfucker, I seen kids and I'm like, wow, annoying. But I'm like, I wasn't that bad.
Yes,
and I got beat.
No,
I got beat to a pulp.
Super.
No, now I think I fucked up.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I do not know why my little. I'm talking about this is before I was even in high school. Little though, I had anger issues, seriously. Cause yeah, I was a rebel. I don't know. Maybe I think it was because my parents. Honestly, growing up in a tradition like Mexican household, like. He's been the favorite, and it's okay. My mom would never admit that he's the favorite, but he's the favorite. They call him Chiquito, bro. They don't not call me Chiquita. To this day, he's Chiquito. Yeah. Food is served to him. Food is sure not served to me. Well, maybe now that I go and visit her, yeah, now, because but no, I don't let her now. I serve myself, but growing up, I didn't get served.
Chiquito.
He got served. I had to clean the restrooms. I had to do chores. The most he did was wash dishes, and I had to beat him for him to wash dishes.
That was annoying for her.
No, because my mom did a schedule like one would put the dishes away, like the clean dishes away, and then the one washed. The next night it was vice versa. Whoever put the dishes away, the dishes the night before would wash them and stuff. He would never do any. He would never want to do any of that. Like, but one thing,
I don't touch a dish.
I think that imbalance, like the unfairness, really like got to me, and the fact that my parents were 10 times stricter on me, and that's because I'm a woman and.
You're older, dude.
Because I'm a woman.
Older
too,
siblings
though.
get it hard. I was a chicken.
Okay, but if I was a boy, it don't matter if I was older. No, disagree.
Maybe Dad would have probably gave you money when you asked, and I say no, and lent you the car, but you would have still got the same treatment.
Nah.
Yeah, homie.
Says the favorite.
Says the favorite. Yes, fool.
But I don't know, guys. But yeah, anyways, obviously we got clothes. I feel like too, it's obviously we stopped fighting as we got older. Like once we got older, once he was in middle school.
Once you found out the kicker.
No, once you were in middle school. Once you were in middle school and I was in high school, we got closer because that's when we were covering up for each other. Because back then too, like I would do something like I'm to mom, dad, like he was a snitch. He was a snitch.
Nah, cause you back then.
Yeah.
I'll fucking tell you, I'll snitch on you, I'll threaten you when you were being a bitch towards me. So all I got was. You got claws, I got threats, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
How do we work each other out, dude?
No. Well, anyways, as we got older, we got closer. And even more closer after we weren't living together. But you have to admit, like, you're closer to people when you don't live with them. Come on.
Yeah,
don't you feel better like a mom and dad now that you guys...
Oh! Yeah! Damn! You got the confirmation.
Verified.
You got that little blue check mark right now.
He got verified.
Shit.
Oh my god. I met mom and
No, you already said it. And dad. Daddy Peter, have you seen this?
Stop! Okay, overall though, do you feel like you had a good childhood? In general, if you think about it from little, think about like how it was living with mom and dad, like before the divorce. Do you think you had a good childhood before the divorce?
I feel like it all depends. I mean, there was moments where it was good, but I'm not gonna say I had a fun childhood.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it was pretty good. I mean, even though they were strict on me, I got my ass.
Well, at least the ones that I remember, I can remember, is probably just all the bad memories.
Really?
That I can think of, I remember mostly bad memories and good memories.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what? Bro, what you go through? Did we have the same childhood?
I don't think we did. Maybe it's the perspective of the person. Like for example, you said I was annoying, but my perspective, I wasn't trying to be annoying. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to spend time with you, chill with you. And you thought I was annoying, and you always pushed me away.
Well, we did play sometimes.
We played.
You cannot say that I never played with you.
Yeah, when we were smaller, yeah. As we're getting a little older, not really.
Like when I got into my like puberty and shit.
Once Kenya got around, fuck you, Kenya.
Oh, like I changed?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
You changed. And we're still living in the trailers. Cause I remember in trailers I used to play with you with your damn fucking Barbie dolls.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you play Barbies?
Yeah. But then Kenya came around, which I don't got nothing against Kenya. I'm saying, like, obviously another female.
Yeah.
Obviously you're a female. You know, I was a boy. You want to hang out with another female. So when Kenya got around, you started hanging out with her, and then you started changing. Started leaving me more out.
Like excluding you.
Excluding you. That's why I said I was always left out with the little kids when I want to go to parties, Christmas. I would try to hang out with you and Alan Mitchell, and you guys were like, you either go somewhere, hide from me, or you be stuck with the kids. I'll still have fun. I'm not fuck whatever. Because at that point, I just got used to it. But I'm like I'm not that fucking younger than you guys. I'm at least 3 years old.
Yeah, but I feel like, think about that. When you're younger, say we were already in middle school, you're still in elementary. Not 3 is not, but when school wise, I feel like
think about it. Me and Kendrick, He's 19. I'm 25.
Yeah.
I don't see him as a little ass kid.
I know, but I'm saying maybe we did. We saw you as a little ass kid. You know what I mean? Like it's maybe like.
Because you guys chose to. You guys didn't give me a chance. You know, you get to really get to know me. You know what I'm trying to say?
But I saw you little, Carlitos. Like, I swear to God, I saw you little.
Yeah,
like,
that's just my face.
I thought I was grown. I thought I was grown. I was big, okay? Exactly. Like, that was my... I swear, I think about it, I'm like, damn. Like, I thought I was grown. Like, I tell myself that. I'm like... Because when I'm talking about somebody and they tell me their age, I see them little now. Like, I'm like, what the fuck, they're young. But then I think about when I was that age, and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing what I was doing when I was that age? You know what I mean? Like, I really thought I was grown.
Everybody's like that. Like I don't know if that's what you said right now, but like, when you see now these little ass kids acting as grown as fuck.
Yes, and I'm like, what the fuck, you're little, calm down. But then that was me.
That was you. That's why I told you, never forget how you were when you were little.
Yeah, well, that's why. No, I do. I feel like, honestly, now I feel like I'm a totally different person, yeah, for sure. But I honestly feel like I always put myself first and other people's shoes. I always do that. Like, I always think
I feel like
about,
I do this.
And I feel like that's why I get emotional about it, because I put myself on those people. I put myself on their shoes before I speak. You know what I mean? Like, I always think about, like, when I see something on, for example, I see something on the phone and then people are like being mean to them. I'm always like, damn, man, why the heck do people gotta be so rude for? Like, how miserable are you to take the time to leave a bad comment on someone? For what? One, that doesn't do that person any good. And what does it do to you? Because you're behind a screen and it's okay to be mean behind a screen and they don't even know who you are.
But that's the reason.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, that makes you feel good. Like,
sometimes it's not to feel good. It's just.
So I put myself. I try to put myself on those people that are being mean. Like, why? Or I try to put myself in the people that are getting bullied, and I'm like, that's kind of like a shitty feeling, you know? Like, or I think about, like, when I start complaining about something, I think about, like, damn, no, like, stop it. Like, you're blessed. There's people that don't have half of the things that you have. Yeah. Like, and so what I'm trying to say is that I put myself in people's shoes no matter what situation it is. So I can't believe, like, I didn't think like that back then. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, like you said, in your perspective, that's how you felt, but we literally saw you so young and, like, we're too big to be hanging out with him, you know, type of thing. Like, it wasn't more like, we do not want to hang out with him. It was more like, oh, he's my little brother, like, and I think I'm grown, you know? And we were all the same age. Exactly. You know? Because as close as you are to other cousins, I never felt that close, because also they were closer in age to you. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been as close to them as, you know how you have your own relationship with them? Like, I feel like I've never been that close to them like that. You know, I feel like... Because
they're closer to
your age. That's what I'm saying.
And since you, again, you know... Because, like, like I said, I feel like it was you and Kenya, because Mitchell and Alan didn't have a problem hanging out with you when we were there.
No, yeah.
But then you just fucking like, they're little kids, come over here with us, and they're like, we just be left down, like, oh. And my tia too, like, why don't you go with them over there? I'm like, what can I do?
That's sad. I'm so
I'm not gonna lie to you, like, and think about it as a kid, mental, like, I love mental, not mental, but as a kid's mind, you feel like non-wanted.
Yeah.
You know, especially because, like, oh, that's my sister, my cousins. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to hang out together, chill, you know, spend time. But it never happened. That's what sometimes I be like going over there. But I mean, like, whatever. Now it's whatever. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like, I know what you're talking about now. And, like, I totally feel like a shitty ass person. But, like, I didn't see it like that. You know what I mean? Like, that never once crossed my mind. I just thought, like, I don't want to hang out with my little brother, you know? But it never, like, now me, I would have never fucking do that. Like, you come before anything, you know what I mean? Like, I would never do that. So, that's a shitty feeling. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Did we not need this podcast? But like we always say, the truth hurts. You know, it hurts. But sometimes you have to like listen to it. So I'm not mad for knowing, but I'm not mad that you said it. Obviously, I'm not. Like, I'm honestly glad that you did. I'm glad that you did because I never, like, growing up, I never viewed things like that, you know? Then I didn't view things your perspective for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And I wish I can go back and change those things for sure. Like, that's like shitty. It's mean, and I can't like believe that's who I was.
Yeah, I mean, but again,
now me for the person who I am now, you know, like, damn, I can't. But we all grow, we all change.
Some grow, and luckily you did, you know.
Yeah, I never viewed my childhood like that.
Like, I think I told Warren one time, I'm like, I feel like, I'm not saying I know you, but I feel like you don't know me as much as you think you do, you know? Because just as, like, again, we didn't spend time to try to get to know really who we are.
Yeah. Well, not growing up after, because I felt like when I moved out, I was 18, I was out, I was partying, I was hanging out with friends. Like, I would never really go to you, like, mom, you know. It's more like, I think I was so.
It's because you felt free. You wanted to leave the house and be by yourself so bad for a long time. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because my parents were so strict.
And then once you finally got that, it's like you forgot where you came from, or no, I'm not saying you forgot about it.
No, but I'm always proud, right?
Yeah. I was saying like you're like it's finally me time, and you started doing.
Not just that, I felt like that's what I was doing to forget that my family was broken. Like, I think, like, one, I was young, I was 18, and yes, I wanted to get out of the house. Since I remember I would always say, when I'm 18, I'm gonna move, you know? Like, it's something that I really wanted. So, and I feel like since the whole divorce thing happened, I feel like me not going back and not facing the fact that my parents were no longer here, my dad was gone, like, the family was broken in a way. I feel like not going back it was kind of like ignoring it. You know what I mean? Like, it was like not reality. And that's why when I would drink back then, I would cry about it. Because that's when I had to, like, my emotions would come out more. I couldn't hide it. You know? So it was more, not that, number one reason is the fact that I was avoiding going back home. You know? That was number one. And then number two, then, yeah, the fact that I always said I was going to be out when I was 18, like, be independent, because I wanted to grow up so fast, stupid mocosa, you know. But I feel like that was one of the way why I was, like, always worried about me, you know, like, not thinking about it. And that's why I think that's another reason why I blame myself for, like, the divorce. You know, that's why I would say, like, oh, if I would have stayed, maybe things wouldn't have turned out like that. Like, I feel like I wished it. No, but I feel like I always felt guilty because I felt like I wished it.
You wished?
Like, you know, like, I manifested it without wanting to manifest it. You know how when you speak aloud, like, I believe that words have power. Like, words have energy. And I feel like yes, when people say I'm manifesting for my future, okay, you still have to work for your future. But the more you talk about it, the more you write about it, the more you create that reality. But of course, it's not just manifesting, it requires hard work. So I feel like, because every time I would get mad at my parents, every time I would get grabbed, every time I would get spanked, or every time my dad was mad about something, and I feel like I couldn't talk to him, or things like that, I felt like I'll always be like, like, kind of like, why am I here? I wish, yeah, like, I feel like my berrinches and the way I would act, like, I feel like that happened because of me. Or at least I felt like that for a long time.
Nah, it happens for habit. Let me tell you this. Your berrinches as a girl, dude, I'm sorry, but you should, like, a lot of horrible shit.
Yeah.
Dude, you had a demon as a kid, dude. Cause you
Don't
said,
say that.
I'm saying it. It's true. You know, like you said, true hurts. You said some crazy shit. You shouldn't even say. Like you said, cause I believe in that shit too. You know, I believe like, be careful what you say, cause it will come true sooner or later. You know, like it could take years, months, days, hours. Who the fuck knows? You know,
Yeah.
it goes. That's right, but that's another talk for another time. But I mean, not just that, but I'm just saying. My example was saying like, when you got mad, it's like you let go of your.
I didn't care for anybody
You let go
else's
of
feelings.
thinking. Yeah, you let go of thinking. You just gave me shit. I feel like that's
Yeah,
that's
because,
what
like
our
right after
differences was.
saying stupid shit, I would regret it. I would regret it so much, and I would cry. Like, why did I say that? You know, obviously never said that out loud, but like I'd be like, why did I do that? You know, like, oh, dude, no. That's one other reason why I don't even want to have kids, because I was like, fuck, they're gonna turn out worse than me. That's gonna be my karma.
It will be hard being a parent. I'll tell you that.
Okay, well.
It was everywhere. The talk is everywhere. To be honest, here and there.
The talk is everywhere. I am so sorry. I think we forgot that we're doing a podcast.
We just got into trying to catch up into our shit.
I think we're having therapy moment, and you guys are gonna witness a therapy moment. Like, I don't know why we couldn't even have this conversation before. I guess because we never had to.
Well, I'm quite, like, I told Morgan a lot of stuff. I feel more open towards her. Because, you know, like I told you before, I mean, I don't just see you as my girlfriend. You know, you're everything. You're my wife. You're my best friend. You're everything. You know, like. And I told her a bunch of stuff. I mean, I wish you could know, but to be honest, at this point, I don't even feel like comfortable enough yet. I hope it doesn't make you feel like in the same way. But yeah, she knows definitely a lot of stuff. Like if you'll say, who will know me better, it will probably be her. Maybe not like, oh, what's his favorite food or what? Not those stupid ass questions. You know, like personal shit. She'll know.
Damn. Well, I guess we have to go to therapy. Seriously.
We just gotta sit down and talk it out.
Yeah, but I guess you guys witness enough, so we're gonna leave it at that. All right. Well, wow, I feel shitty.
Dumb. That's why I never want to talk about it.
No, but it's good. It's good. Like, nothing towards you, but like it makes me think. I'm like, damn, I never thought I was that person though. Or maybe that you're the only person who experienced that person. You know what I mean? Like, and why? You know what I mean? Like, because like you're like the most important thing in my life.
Well, yeah. But if you ever want to talk about it, we can have a day.
Sounds good.
Don't cry.
You don't cry.
I'm not crying.
I'm just kidding.
Trembling. Shit.
But anyways, well, yeah, then it looks like we had different childhoods for sure.
Without knowing.
Because my memories, I guess what I want to remember. I think I choose that I just want to remember the good things. Because all I think about is like us watching Sábado Gigante, like, you know, that, or like
novelas.
Novelas
all
with
those
mom.
fucking movies.
Or go Blockbuster too.
Yeah, we still Blockbuster too. Remember
Blockbuster. I don't know. Blockbuster.
Pinche Mexicano.
Seriously. Anyways.
But I don't know, remember those channels still like around 11 or 12, they'll show like fucking movies in Spanish and shit.
Oh yeah. And then like it was either Burger King or Little Caesars. Like
Burger King was the shit back then, yeah, definitely.
And then they would allow sometimes to pick up 2 movies, and they would pick one for them and one for us for sure. And then you know how you had those 5 days to keep the movie, and then oh my god, I would rewatch him twice, and he would.
I would take advantage of those 5 days.
5 days straight of whatever movie we rented.
And then those 5 days, I would take advantage of 16 hours of each day. I watched that bitch twice a day for 5 days.
Why?
I don't know.
Why did he?
I don't know, because I like the movie.
Well, yeah, we love movies, but
And now, dude, I kid you not.
you can't watch movies.
I can't watch movies.
What? No, you're not the movie theater or at the movie theater, yeah, because you have to.
Yeah, I have to, but like my point of, I used to be excited for movies. Now, I don't.
Really?
I used to be excited for the Marvel movies, like, oh, finally. And I literally stopped when literally the first Avenger movie came out. Ever since then, it's like, eh. Like, I'm not even caught up in Marvel. And I used to be like a little nerd, supposedly.
Well, me too. I feel like, honestly, I feel like after COVID, it kind of changed.
Not before COVID.
Really? To me, I feel like after COVID, like, I used to be on them too, and I think that's like, I barely even watched, I don't know, was it Marvel this one or DC? I can't remember. Anyway, so me either, but what I'm saying is those are my childhood memories. And obviously a lot more, like not just that, but like parent-wise, like family-wise, I'd say obviously I have like you said, now, but that's what I'm saying, now that I put myself in your shoes, and then I look at the other side of my story, I'm like, if never once did I see it like that.
I was going to say, oh, you had it easy, I'm like...
You know what I mean? Because I didn't think I was hurting you, obviously, and I never did. So now that's what I'm saying. Now that I put myself in your shoes, because I legit did, like the whole time you were talking about it, I imagined the other way around. Like I pictured me, because you need to be able to put yourself and other people's perspective to feel it, to understand. Yeah, there's definitely things we do need to talk about. So, but I just want you to know that I am so sorry. Truly. If I can go back, I would change all that.
That's right.
Anyways, guys, oh my god. So, I feel like you definitely got to know me on a deeper level. Well, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be raw.
Yeah.
It's going to be like unfiltered for sure.
There's nothing you should
because I want you guys to know that I can't be the only one, you know?
Yeah, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, that's why, like, I hate when a lot of people are getting canceled because they say some stupid shit.
But they're saying how they truly feel. Or, like, what do you mean?
Like anything. Just anything, you know, like if they say something and then bring it up now, they'll be like...
They're just trying to get canceled.
Yeah, trying to get canceled.
And also, like, they did something bad. I know what you mean. Because they did something bad, right? You're trying to cancel them because they did something. Yeah, some people need to, like... get put in their place, but not like that, because now you're doing what that person did. Yeah. You know, you're judging them for something bad that they did, but what are you doing? Like, God forbid, but that thing can lead like to horrible consequences, you know?
Like, some people might learn from their consequences, some people don't, you know, but I mean, I just think it's stupid. Like, they bring old shit and just to start fucking getting like, hey, people grow up, people learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
When they bring older videos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like maybe, like
they weren't like me. Yeah, exactly. For example, like I never viewed myself like that ever. Like I never thought I was like that mean of a sister. I guess I knew like we fought and it's like I almost a chongo, but I thought like I didn't know how bad of like I guess I hurt him when he was younger. So definitely a conversation we need to continue, but obviously you guys not need to hear all that. I think we can do therapy on our own, but yeah, I just people do change, people do grow every single day. We change every day actually. So I'm definitely not that person, but because also I never like viewed myself as that person. I guess maybe I was just like that with my brother, you know, because I've never really like heard anybody like tell me, you know. No, like I think I was just like that with my brother because he was my brother again. Like I didn't view it like that, I guess. But yeah, I definitely wished I can go back. But like I said, like we're just gonna learn here. I mean, it is called gossip and guidance. Yeah, a little bit of gossip, some facts that are gonna hurt. Some facts that we might have to say out loud, but it's all
the truth is the fucking truth.
Yeah, and then some people need to hear it to understand it. Some people need to be put in their place. So just how I like to tell other people their truth, I can handle hearing the truth. You know what I mean? Obviously it hurts. Obviously because I feel for you, not because I cried because of me. Like I cried more because I felt for you. I think you're gonna have to come back. We're gonna have to come back, but this time we're gonna talk about how fatherhood is for you and how you view other things. So we're definitely gonna. He's definitely have to be a returning. But thank you so much for being here with me on my first episode. This is my first episode. Is gonna be
a little nerve-wracking. It's my first time being in anything sort of podcast or camera-wise. I was fucking nervous as shit. For some fucking reason.
Yeah, he was so nervous. He did not want to do this. It took some convincing for sure. Which I'm glad we did it. Definitely glad we did it. And I can't believe that you guys are going to experience this at the same time with us. So, this is what it's about. We gossip and guidance. We gossip it a lot. And we provide guidance for myself.
Yeah, we got the point.
For sure. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Anything you want to say else?
No.
Good. So we're gonna leave it here. He definitely has to come back, and we can talk about other things next time. Maybe not so sad, but but thank you guys again for being here. Thank you for all the love and support I've been receiving. It really does mean a lot. I am really nervous to see where this podcast is gonna go. So it's scary. I guess I'm nervous and scared, but I'm also excited. And like my brother told me earlier,
I said don't let fear stop you from doing your dream, dude.
Okay, so
because everybody has fear, but it's always that one. It's that fear of everything, though.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for being here and joining us today. Please let me know who else you guys want to hear about or you guys want me to bring onto this podcast. I pretty have an idea who people want to see, but just let me know. And also, I will be working on that submission sheet in case you guys want to submit something and you guys want me to talk about, and anonymous, and we can go ahead and do that. But I'll let you guys know when that's ready. And thank you so much, Carlitos, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
For joining me on my first episode. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.